Greetings, my brothers and sisters from here at our Mother of Mercy Chapel in the Diocese and Pastoral Center. I just wanted to take a few moments to greet you, to let you know that you continue to be in my very special thoughts and prayers as we all continue to navigate our ways through these very uncharted waters in the midst of this worldwide pandemic. As we all know, Governor Whitmer extended the stay home, stay safe order that will take effect, will be in effect and through May 15th. And as such, I too have extended the suspension of the public celebration of Holy Mass, along with the dispensation from the obligation to attend Mass, of course. But as we all know, that doesn't dispense us or keep us from being able to practice our faith in the ways that we're able to do that. And so I just encourage you to continue to find those ways while you're at home to just keep strong in your faith, to keep finding ways, even within your family, as you're finding other things to do to help educate the children and to continue to keep yourselves active and engaged as much as possible, to have some Bible study, have some time for shared prayer, have that opportunity to watch the live streamed masses that many of our parishes, I think most of our parishes, are being able to provide, as we are doing here from the cathedral as well at 10 o'clock on Sundays. So I would just encourage you to continue all of that. I am very, very grateful to all of our priests and deacons and all of those involved who are helping to make that available to us through the technology given to us in this new day that we find ourselves in. Of course, all of us are wondering what will things look like when the executive order is lifted, when we can begin to come back for the celebration of Mass. And I'm wondering that myself. We're all trying to figure out what are the steps that we're going to need to take. And there was a time when we entered into this that I thought, well, when it's over, then we just come back to normal. But I think we all are aware that that's not going to happen. It's not going to be like a light switch that we go from off to on. The analogy I'm hearing more and more that seems very appropriate is more like a dimmer switch, where we'll gradually be able to return to normal, perhaps in waves, perhaps different groups that will begin to come back. This week I've been in the midst of having deanery meetings with all of our priests and deacons via the Zoom conference call app that most of us have become very familiar with. And it's been a good opportunity for the two meetings I've already had with our priests and deacons and the ones that I'll have still today and tomorrow, the 5 deaneries altogether, to just have an opportunity, first of all, to check in with them, to make sure how they're doing and to talk about their own experiences during this time. But also to talk about what are the things we need to be having ready and in order for what new guidelines will we be providing to make sure that we can keep everyone safe and secure when we do start coming back. So I hope to have those guidelines available to provide for all of us in the diocese early next week in the month of May. I want you also to know that there's a special letter that I've written that will be coming to all of the faithful in the next couple of days. It's really more or less my own reflection on what this period of time that we've been in may have generated within all of our hearts, but also trying to say, what's our vision for the future? How can we, when we begin to return to normal, how can we do so with a new sense of the importance of our faith, that yearning that I'm sure that we've all been experiencing for the Eucharist since we haven't been able to receive the Eucharist, 99% of our people, that yearning that brings us, that wants us to come back to celebrate our communities of faith. So that letter will be forthcoming. Also, we're entering into this month of May in just a few days, which is a special time of devotion to our Blessed Mother. It always is. But in this particular time that we find ourselves, Pope Francis is really encouraging all of us to have that great devotion to our Blessed Mother through the praying of the Rosary. And in fact, he's written 2 additional beautiful prayers that are appropriate for this time that will be connected to the Rosary. So we'll be making sure that those prayers are available to all of you. And I encourage you to pray the Rosary as a family, to pray the Rosary individually, to pray the Rosary when you go out to take your walk, when we can't do anything else, to pray that Rosary and that special devotion to our Blessed Mother. And finally, I will be joining with bishops across the country on Friday of this week, the Feast of St. Joseph, but the first day of May, to consecrate all of our dioceses to the protection of our Blessed Mother under the title Mary, Mother of the Church. So all of the bishops around the country at 3 o'clock on Friday will be doing that. And we will be live streaming that, so if you would like to tune in, that would be a wonderful thing. As we consecrate our diocese, I'm also encouraging our pastors to consecrate their parishes, and to you to consecrate your families to the protection of Mary, the Mother of the Church, the Mary, our Mother as well. These are truly historic times, times that we hope we never have to repeat again, certainly times that we've never experienced before. But my hope is that we will come out of this time stronger and better, and with a greater sense of what is the mission that Jesus has given to us, to the church, and to all of us. How do we fulfill? And so let us all just, with that spirit, continue to move forward in hope, the hope that we so joyously celebrate during this beautiful Easter season. Because what Easter reminds us of and what we celebrate is Jesus is risen. That didn't just happen in the past. He is risen. He is with us in the church, in the sacraments, in our faith. That's the reason that we can be full of joy. And that's the reason that we continue to be people of hope. God bless you.